Civilian targets under fire. The disturbing reality of Russia's missile attacks. According to Western intelligence, Russia has been firing an unusual number of missiles designed to sink aircraft carriers and accompanying battle groups in southern Ukraine of late, specifically the port city of Odessa. It's been going on for a week. The Kh-22 Storm, which NATO calls the As-4 Kitchen, is a massive, nearly 40-foot-long, 12,200 meters, anti-ship missile that weighs over 6 tons and carries an approximately 2,000-pound, 907-kilogram, warhead. It is wildly inaccurate on land and known to cause significant collateral damage. While the original missiles were first launched in the 1960s, the upgraded Kh-22M, unveiled a decade later, can be launched from over 300 miles away by two 22M backfire bombers capable of carrying not just one but three of these missiles. Historically, these supersonic weapons have posed a formidable threat to NATO aircraft carriers, but in Ukraine, Russia is not using them against Navy ships and instead is launching them against cities. The most recent targets for the Kh-22 and other Russian missiles have been parts of southern Ukraine following the collapse of a grain deal. Russia apparently believes that Ukraine is stockpiling military equipment in the area and is no longer willing to avoid attacking it. Even if Ukraine were doing that, the Russian strikes are not hitting those targets. Instead, they are hitting non-military targets such as grain silos, ports and landmarks in the historic city centre of Odessa, according to the most recent intelligence update from the UK Ministry of Defence. The Russian strikes, involving a variety of different missiles, have not only killed and injured innocent Ukrainian civilians, but dozens of historic sites like the Orthodox Cathedral in Odessa have been badly damaged, sparking outrage from Ukraine's leaders. Regardless of which type of missiles hit what exactly in Odessa and other southern cities, reports that the Kh-22 was among the weapons dropped at these urban centers indicate the perpetuation of a worrying pattern of unconcerned Russian targets. As the British Ministry of Defence notes, since the start of the war, Russia's attack campaign has been characterized by poor intelligence and a dysfunctional targeting process, and it does not seem particularly deterred by collateral damage and civilian casualties. The Kh-22 has a radar that can't discriminate as well as Russia's precision-guided missiles, making using the weapon against cities remarkably reckless and highly dangerous. Those advantages for Russia, however, limited they may be given to the targets being struck, come at a terrible cost paid by Ukrainian civilians, and that may make sense. In January, a Kh-22 anti-ship missile slammed into a residential structure in Dnipro, a small city in central Ukraine, killing dozens of people and injuring many others. There is no indication that these people's homes were a legitimate target. However, these types of attacks have occurred repeatedly throughout the war by Russia. In another attack in June 2022, the Kh-22 was used in an attack on the M-Store shopping center in Kremenchuk, where fires spread in the aftermath of the initial attack. The horrifying attack on a civilian target killed at least 20 people and injured nearly 60 others. Intelligence reports saying that unusual numbers of these destructive missiles are being launched on Odessa and the surrounding area may speak to Russia's desperation or indifference to hit its intended target, assuming it is unintentional. Thanks for watching.